Hello? Like this? Which film was this? Yeah. Any idea why this slide is being played today here? Anyone? No brainer it is. Chak de means what? Chak means go for it. It's a motivational thing. It's a determination thing. Do or die. करो या मरो. I mean, जब भी हमारी क्रिकेट मैच होती है ना, इंडिया की वर्ल्ड कप में या बड़ी मैचेस होती है, 2 दिन पहले ये सब चैनल में बजना चालू होते हैं, बराबर है? Yes or no? Why? They want India to win. Especially you're playing against Pakistan or a team like that. एक हफ्ते पहले से ही ये गाना शुरू हो जाता है चैनल्स में. चक दे. So now what we are trying to tell you guys is, Vivekananda, go for it. Be determined. Don't give up. Go for your innovations and come back winning. Right? Thank you. Now you all know Vivekananda had a very strong association in our first edition of SIA. So SIA is not new to any of you all, I guess. Most of you all who are here are familiar with SIA? Yes or no? Why? SIA had the maximum number of projects in our first edition in March 22. First edition we had in March 22. Vivekananda Institute of Engineering had 45 projects. Kitne? 45, thanks to Nadir sir's efforts and Jayaraman ma'am, Vijayalakshmi ma'am. You need to applaud for this. 45 projects in our... Matlab, out of 290 projects which we had got in SIA 1, 45 was from SIA. I mean, Vivekananda. Isn't it a wonderful achievement? Out of that, 15 projects were shortlisted, and out of 101 projects which were exhibited there, 15 projects Vivekananda ke the. Right? Isn't it a nice thing to hear? Can we have an applause? तो ये गाना उसके लिए सुनाया गया to make you more determined. SIA 2 is coming in March, Feb 23, 1, 2 and 3, 23. I'm sure you must be having the details. So this song was primarily to motivate you guys to do even more better in SIA 2, right? Can we expect that? More projects, more number of projects, more contributions, etc., etc. SIA 1, I think everybody is aware, was supported by around 3 universities, Mumbai University, ICT and SNDT, with the vice chancellors on board for the event and things like that. And I'm sure most of you all were there in the exhibition and even for the award ceremony, right? कितने सारे लोग थे award ceremony में यहाँ पे? Second day शाम को जो award ceremony हुआ था, were you guys there? Because you had about close to 15, 16 projects. कोई नहीं था? Okay. So SIA, the name you all know, I don't need to repeat this again. It stands for Creative Ideas and Innovation. Now, the topic for discussion today is going to be shaping career opportunities through innovations. You all would have seen that, if I'm not mistaken. It's called SCOTY, S-C-O-T-Y. So obviously, again, no-brainer. As the name itself suggests, our distinguished speakers will be talking on this topic of innovations. Innovations की क्या फायदा है, कैसे करते हैं? What are the benefits for you guys? And what do you stand to gain? My job is to just present the trailer to you of this particular section. So I will not go more deep into the picture because that is their job. So you need to, yeah, this is what we are talking about. Shaping career opportunities through innovation. That is going to be the topic for you guys, on which our speakers will be guiding you, motivating you, and inspiring you to take up innovations as a career opportunity. And also to participate in SIA 2. Because SIA 2 is going to be much bigger, better, larger, inviting, exciting, whatever adjectives and nouns you want to use. So, like we said, SCOTY offers an opportunity to advance your career opportunity, to grow by making innovation as your career opportunities. Who are the people behind SIA? SIA, ये किसी को पता है यहाँ पे SIA का concept किसी ने कौन है इसके पीछे? We want to make the session interactive. ऐसा नहीं कि खाली मैं बोलूँ और आप सुने. आपको भी बोलना है. SIA has been promoted by Marshall's Foundation, which is the NGO for the Marshall Group of companies. Marshall's, I'm sure all of you all are aware, right? Marshall's wallpaper. सबको पता ही होगा. It's one of the largest wallpaper unit in India. And the Rotary Club of Worli. These two are the people behind this. And primarily, this concept of SIA is a brainchild of Mr. Baldevkrishan, the founder of Marshall's wall covering. आपको पता है उन्होंने ये concept क्यों formalize किया? Why did he give birth to the concept of SIA? There are two reasons. Our country is focusing on innovations now. हमारा प्रधानमंत्री बोल रहे हैं in आत्मनिर्भर बनो, independent बनो. How do you do that? Only through innovations, right? So this is his contribution to the society. एक छोटे वे, छोटे तरीके से he wants to give it back to the society. And the beauty of this concept is, unlike the other science, can we have a little bit of silence, please, at the back? You should know everything about this before the main event starts, you know. So the beauty of this event is, unlike the various science expos that you all have participated or been a part of, everything is free of cost. शायद आपको पता भी होगा. We don't charge anything. पिछले event में भी सारे stalls आपको free of cost मिले थे. KG Somaya, which had won the award for the Max Trophy. Shayad, in case you're not aware, Somaya, I'm sorry, Vivekananda, I stand corrected. Vivekananda was a winner of the Max Trophy for putting in the maximum number of projects in SIA 1. Isn't it a wonderful thing to hear? That itself is a huge achievement. मतलब इतने सारे colleges थे. We had about almost close to 60 to 62 empaneled institutes, उसमें से projects आना, and to win an award, the Max Award, to put the maximum number of awards, maximum number of projects, and get an award for that. That itself is a huge achievement, isn't it? Now, who are the people behind SIA? As you will see here, the main promoter, the sponsor, is SIA, Marshall's wall covering. Then we've got 3 more universities added this time. Last time we had 3, this time we are having 6. और शायद एक आध और भी add हो जाएंगे. So, and plus, we are supported by almost 75 colleges who are empaneled. Empanelment का मतलब ये है कि the students of that institute get an opportunity to exhibit their projects at that exhibition. Without the institute getting empaneled, no student can exhibit their project. And like you heard before, everything is free of cost. किसी को कुछ पैसे नहीं देने. You know, like in today's situation, आप आपके दोस्त को कुछ एहसान मांगो, help मांगो तो पूछता है, what do I get? Isn't it? यहाँ पे this group is giving you everything free of cost. एक stall के लिए लगभग 50,000 के खर्चे होते हैं. Minimum is 50,000. So you guys are getting this stall free of cost. Isn't it again a wonderful thing to hear? I'm not getting any response. Louder. More louder. नहीं, but आपको क्या लगता है? Isn't it a wonderful thing to listen? कि getting a stall free of cost, benefits. Our dignitaries are appearing on the stage. A standing ovation for them, please. Louder. Yeah. Yeah, please be seated. So I think I have just run through what the main event is going to be all about. So we'll conclude the session with on hope and expectations. We hope that Vivekananda contributes more number of projects in CR2, and you must also be having expectations that your projects also end on the winning side, apart from putting maximum number of projects. To exhibit and see that Asha and hope and expectations, there is one more song and slide which we would like to see here. Thank you.
से मुलाकात हो, पूरी हो तेरी हर दुआ, आशाएं खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी, आशाएं खिले दिल की, उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की, अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी, नहीं कुछ भी.
A very good afternoon to our esteemed guest speakers, Honorable Principal Ma'am, all the respected teachers, and my dear friends. Warm greetings to everyone. Firstly, thank you all for taking out time and being present at today's super energetic, motivating, and innovative session. I, Sudhanshu,
and myself, Ratnakshi, welcome you all for an amazing session. Before we get started, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. A.P. Jayaraman.
I'd like to request Principal Ma'am to offer memento as a token of respect.
Dr. A.P. Jayaraman, nuclear scientist, chairman of National Center for Science Communication. Mr. Baldevkrishan Sharma, Rashtrapati Awardee for Invention and Innovation. Founder and Chairman of B.S. Marshall's Foundation. And rhetorian Akansha Bector, who is a social impact researcher and entrepreneur. We also welcome Principal Ma'am Dr. J.M. Nair, Dr. Nadir Charniya. We are also thankful to have among us Ms. Poonam Chauhan, HR Head of Marshall's Wall Covering, Mission Ambassador Jayesh Khade. We also have with us CIA staff Krishna Kumar, Rakesh Das and Amandeep Kaur.
We feel proud to be a part of such an elite institution where we are taught by such excellent teachers whose teachings goes beyond the classroom for our overall growth. The organization also provides us opportunities for attending such important seminars. We all have assembled here today to motivate and cherish the young minds among us. We both have a question for you all. Can anyone tell us what is the significance of 21st August? Anyone from the crowd? Yeah, that's right. It's celebrated as the World Entrepreneurship Day.
This year, our country has completed its 75 years of independence. It is time to acknowledge the contribution the country has made to the global entrepreneurial ecosystem. The year 2021 has seen India make a mark in itself in this ecosystem. While the entire country saw a challenging time during COVID-19, Indian entrepreneurs continued building for the country. Anand Mahindra has said, leaders don't look behind or to the side. Instead, they look ahead. India surely has witnessed a rise in the entrepreneurial mindset among youth, and today's session will fuel up the bright possibilities for all the future leaders and entrepreneurs present over here. Today, we have the presence of two great gems with their years-long experience.
Now, I'd like to call our principal ma'am, J.M. Nair, for the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome one and all for today's event. The theme of today's event is shaping career opportunities through innovations. So I would like to take this opportunity to introduce innovation activities in our institute. AICT has started competition called Smart India Hackathon in 2017. Since then, every year, our students have been consistently winning. In 2017, our team designed a website for AICT themselves. Sir, this competition is such that government invites problems from ministries and government departments and throw it as a challenge to students. So students can pick up each problem and it will be judged by the host team. And probably from industries also, problem statements from industries and government departments mostly. So every year we have been winning. 2019 we won 6 teams from our institute won. It is an all India competition. And recently, the last one edition which had, 4 teams were selected from our institute as in the finals, and all the 4 teams won. So that is our tradition. And in the last edition of CIA, which is the first edition, 45 teams from our institute participated, and 15 teams were selected in the finals. And so CIA has awarded us with a Max Trophy, even though we did not win the first prize. So this time I hope that participation will be more and we can win the prize too. These innovation activities or this prize winning, all this happens just because of our activities in the institute. We have Tinkerers Lab in all departments. So this lab will be open after all the college hours, and mostly it promotes project-based learning, and many times it happens through peer learning. And I'm very happy that some of the Tinkerers Lab alumni, I would say they have graduated from our institute and joined MS or were working in companies. They contribute back to the same Tinkerers Lab by donating equipments, by conducting course, mentoring students, etc. So, we also promote research and development activities among the staff members too. Our institute has backed 2 projects from BRNS, Board of Research in Nuclear Sciences. We have completed 2 projects. One for simulation, radioactivity simulator we have made from our institute. Both, and now currently one project is running on evaluation of nuclear data methodology evaluation. Then this last time we have participated in collaborative project with TIFR. 5 teams from computer department have collaborated in the project. And this time they have approached us for electronics based projects too. Because last time one of the projects actually got implemented in Hadron Collider in CERN. So that is why, seeing the capability of students, they have come again and requested to have projects in other areas too. Similarly, one of our student team won prize in Swadeshi Microprocessor Challenge by designing a calibration system for nuclear spectroscopy applications. This was an ME project guided by a teacher from IT department, mentored by Dean R&D. So Swadeshi Microprocessor Challenge was a challenge thrown by government. It's a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat. IIT Madras, in collaboration with the CDAC, has designed a new microprocessor. So government was scouting for applications using these microprocessor. Existing applications should be replaced with the ingeniously developed microprocessor. So that was a challenge. Out of 6,000 teams, 100 teams were shortlisted. From our institute, 3 teams got shortlisted, and all of them were given 1 lakh prize for developing an MVP. And out of this, one of the projects got selected in the final, and total 25 lakhs was given to them as a startup grant. Now, yes. So that they have registered a startup, and now we are incubating in our incubation center. Another initiative which we are doing is that presently we are participating in Chips to Startup proposal, because government wants to have more semiconductor factories coming in our labs coming in our country. So electronic sector is being pumped with a lot of money. So this Chips to Startup proposal is a proposal wherein you have your own idea in electronics design at different levels, and different category of participation is there. We have proposed 2 projects in that. One at the technology level, readiness level 3, and another one at readiness level 7. What does that mean? We already have the design, everything, the prototype developed at our institute, proof of concept is done, and then you can have an industrial collaboration with an MSME and then apply for grant. So we are in the second stage of that. The other day the presentation was there. So we are tying up with Panache Digi Life Limited. It's one of the companies promoted by one of our alumni himself. That is, so he is pumping 10% of the money, and we have proposed some 89 lakhs for the proposal. So that probably we'll get through that. Another team from computer department is actually collaborating with Deep Ventures, who is having projects from government police department. So in digital forensics they are doing, and in cyber security wing, our students have been interning with them. So this time they have come up with a funded project, 2 lakhs funding they are giving to students for internship, and they will be suggesting problems for police. And we have been recognized as a technology partner for BMC, since we have developed an IT solution. Amit Singh is actually the chief coordinator for that. We are developing an IT-based solution for the maintenance of community toilets, put up by BMC. So this is funded by Star Union Daiichi, and they are from their CSR fund. So they are funding us for 24 lakhs, and they are actually, BMC has recognized us as a technology partner for 10 years ahead. So other projects are also on the anvil along with them. So these are our small initiatives. Average age of the people who are working in this is around 20, but we have Dr. Jayaraman working with the group of youngsters. Jayaraman sir is a science communicator. So I was telling sir, I grew up reading magazines called Eureka in Malayalam at that point of time. Sir was saying that sir was linked with that magazine too. So sir is continuing that work now after retiring from BRC. Sir, his brief biodata will be read later. So we are eager to hear from you, sir, that how do you inculcate this innovation habit in the students, in small children of 5 to 7 years. how sir is working. That sir will be explaining today. And another speaker today is Dr. Baldev Sharma sir, whose story is very, very, very inspiring, because last session of CIA I heard his story. So he also will be addressing you. And another speaker we have here today is Akamsha madam. Madam is an entrepreneur and working in areas which can make social impact. So that means we have a power-packed performance today, session today. So I hope all the students will be actively participating. Actively means mindfully participating in the event, so that you will be getting benefited. Thank you very much. On behalf of VESIT, I extend a warm welcome to all the speakers and also all the students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a very warm welcome. Now, moving forward, I'd like to introduce you all to rhetorician Akanksha Bector, who is a financial professional since 22 years, is a social impact researcher and an entrepreneur, skilled in finance corporate, financial planning, and decision maker. She started her journey as a social impact entrepreneur 4 years ago with a not-for-profit enterprise that works to support rural livelihoods, sustainable products through leveraging technology. Rhetorician Akanksha takes guest lectures for the same. Currently, she is pursuing PhD in finance to understand the impact of microfinance initiatives. We are happy to present rhetorician Akanksha Bector for a brief on Rotary and its support to CI.
Good afternoon. Thank you for that warm welcome. And it's amazing to see the energy level in the hall. It's really nice. So I'll just quickly brief you about Rotary activities and the collaboration of Rotary and CIIA, that is Creative Ideas and Innovation in Action. Rotary Club of Bombay, Worli, specifically where we are the members, is a 39 years old established NGO and 110 plus years institution, the Rotary institution, where the legacy and motto is service above self. Rotary continues to provide health care for underprivileged children, nutrition, education, infrastructure, building of toilets, school buildings, making available water supply by harvesting and check dams. So besides this, Rotary serves the society at large with utmost dedication and care, especially for the aspiring youth. Our support to CIIA is part of the dedicated services to build a culture of innovation among young students so that they become a national asset and an active contributor to India's growth story. More about the collaboration. CII and Rotary are proudly partnering to jointly encourage and promote the culture of innovation as a mindset among students in high schools, international schools, science colleges, engineering, pharma, biotech, chemical, technology institutions, and startups. It's thus providing a great opportunity to students, innovators, to showcase their innovations at CII exhibitions. The first mega event was hosted at Nehru Center this year on the 29th and 30th of March, where top selected exhibits were displayed. And there were about 2,000 visitors and several success stories. The next CIA exhibition will be in Feb 2023. CIA also rewards with cash prizes, and this time it's a gross of 6 lakhs for the winning exhibits, plus trophy and certificate of excellence for innovations. The visitors include potential innovation users like professionals, coming from industries, corporates, MSMEs, defense establishments, and so on. So, yeah, that's on CII and Rotary. And on my experience as a social entrepreneur, somebody who ventured into entrepreneurship very, very late into the career, in an advanced stage of the career, I know how important it is to have an innovative mindset. And once you're set in a particular career or in a particular role, to come out of that, innovation is the key. and you need mentors, you need brainstorming, you need a lot of these creative things in order to build yourself as an entrepreneur if you choose to do so. So this is a great opportunity for all of you, and I would urge you to take interest, and which you're already doing, I'm sure, to make the most of this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all this information. We are very glad to have you among us. It is a perfect time to introduce to you our first guest speaker, Honorable Dr. A.P. Jayaraman, graduated from the Scientific Officers Training School of the Atomic Energy Establishment. He joined Government of India, served as a Class 1 gazetted officer at the age of 22, and served for about 40 years. Concurrently, he developed a career in public science and technology communication for over 50 years. He is the author and co-author of 20 books, a writer of over 3,000 science articles, and a speaker for over 50,000 hours.
He is also the president of STEM Academy, principal scientific advisor to HSNC University, and the chairman of the National Center for Science Communicators. Can we have a big round of applause for none other than the man himself, Dr. A.P. Jayaraman.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is nice to hear and very pleasant to hear compliments. Pleasanter still after a very pleasant lunch. With hydrochloric acid stimulated in the stomach by appetizing food, energy automatically comes in. Not electronic energy, but thermal energy. That's the only difference. It is really a very pleasant job for me, but I'm wondering, am I taking coal to Newcastle by coming over here? Taking coal to Newcastle, nobody does it. Nobody teaches innovation to a place where people have excelled in essence, in innovation. Therefore, my job has become very, very simple. That's the first thing. I have studied engineering. Blessed are those who study engineering. Doubly blessed are those who study engineering in an institute of this nature and maturity. And thrice blessed are engineers who do innovation in centers of excellence like this. It was music to my ears to listen to the principal, the narrative of the tremendous accomplishments and achievements you have gained. CERN, a place, the mecca of excellence in the world. Your mark and seal in that place is a classical example. There cannot be a better moment, a more glorious moment, more sanctimonious moment in your life than being a part of a small atom in the big CERN event, the mega science of the contemporary world. So that puts the level at which you have come. Now, I also belong to your fraternity, but with a difference. I am also an engineer, but I am a chemical engineer and I have an advantage. I speak chemistry to engineering students, and I speak engineering to chemistry students. And when I meet chemical engineers together, I will speak to them about nuclear chemical engineering so that I am not understood by any of the three sets of people. The more incomprehensible you are, the less understood you are, the greater will you be evaluated in the academic world. If you publish an abstract in journal Nature, where the semantic vectors you have used is not understood even by the editor, it will immediately be published. But if the editor understands you, she will send it for a pre-review. This is the state of affairs in the academic world. And it is a dog eats dog situation. All of us are intelligent, but how smart we are. Look at the definition of the word engineer. Most of us think that the word engineer comes from engines. Yes, we do play and tinker with engines. And all of us are engines, thermal engines, 100 watt. But the point is, we are not valued for our ability, or our capacity, or our competence to repair or fix faults in engines. The word engines come from another word called ingenuity for our smartness. So please don't go after mechanical engineering, thinking that you are familiar with all the engines, from the steam engine to the aeronautical engines. What is important is the ingenuity and smartness which we should have as engineers. And today, engineers do things well, there's no doubt about it. Engineers make things work. And engineers make things work better and faster and more efficient and more effective. That's what they do. So that's where smartness and agility comes in. Now, if you look at the research and development aspect which the principal madam was referring to, that is where the contemporary zeitgeist of engineering lies. Most of us know research. We do some research, something which is not done by others. Or our understanding is that others have not done it. That is, refusing to do a comprehensive literature survey, you will be able to enter into paths, and then you will find that others have done it better. That is the R component. Then we have the development component, R&D. R never goes alone. R always holds hands with the D, and we put R&D. But if you look at it from the engineering perspective, through the spectacles of an engineering professor, you will find R&D will lead you nowhere. People have been traveling on this road of R&D. It's an interminable road. It never takes you to any destination. My boss, Dr. Anilka Kotkar, used to say, R&D will never work. RD4 will work, he says. Then I asked him, sir, what is this RD4? Then he said, research, development, demonstration, and deployment. If you cannot demonstrate, Principal Madam was referring to the proof of concept and the 7th level of readiness required. That is a hierarchy of maturity in innovation. So we need to look into that aspect. Now, even when you do at a very fundamental level of scratching at the basic substratum, you can do R&D in very different ways. You can do small r and capital D. Do a little research and try to develop into a big balloon blowing. A small atom of R and a big molecule of D will never come. And if you do big R, as in physics and nuclear physics and astrophysics, and do small d, that also will not work. So small r and small d will not work. Capital R and small d will not work. Small r and capital D will not work. So R and D should be seen in its proper proportions. And that is where Pareto's principle comes. We should be able to apply Pareto's principle in all its totality. Then you should be able to demonstrate. That is, it's not that I think that this is my baby and therefore it's good. It should be demonstrated to a universally acknowledged fact. And engineers are today valued not for, of course, all engineers are problem solvers. If you are not a problem solver, you are not an engineer. The very blood that runs through your veins is dissolved in innovation and ingenuity. So we think of a concept called design engineering. Today, not today, 1971, Dr. Kelly in the University of California started engineering, innovation engineering. Now today it is part of semester 1 of all the US colleges where innovation engineering is being taught. The ability to solve problems in business and technology. Remember, we have a STI policy, science, technology, innovation policy of the country. We are looking up with great expectations to the engineering community to solve the problems of technology and business. And that is where you find, because the gross domestic product of a country moves only if engineering is applied or innovation engineering is applied. It's also important, genetically important for every engineer to graduate with at least 2 design patents in their name and at least 1 utility patent when they graduate. That should be the average minimum required for an engineer in contemporary scene today. All the more so I expect from this engineering college, because you have a harmonious combination of information technology, telecommunication, electronics. The entire spectrum is covered over here, which fits very well with what innovation engineering today looks for. So that is what is expected. Again, I want to just refer to one aspect of it, which we have been going through this R&D I have spent about 40 years in R&D in all branches of engineering and so on, particularly with chemical engineering and desalination technology. When you have a problem, as all engineers have problems, we come out with one solution and we are very happy with it. Engineers work under restraints and constraints, but the limitations, and to understand your constraint is suggesting a second solution. So if I have one problem and if I come up with one solution, I am a limited engineer. If I have one problem and I have two solutions for my problem, I am a better engineer. And if I have one problem and I can suggest 8 creative solutions for solving that problem, then I am a better, grand, glorious engineer. But it is not enough if you suggest solutions corresponding to each empirical solution you have developed. You should be able to draw the natural and probable consequences of each sequence, and every solution is presented as a scenario. So for problem 1, there are 8 scenarios before you. Now comes the most painful, poignant portion of a professional life: throwing out and killing and slaughtering and murdering your own darlings. You have made 8 solutions, 8 scenarios, each one beautiful, marvelous, and 7 of them will be decimated and annihilated. That is a process. That is an engineering process. That is the real internal inner strength of an engineer, to produce the solutions and to dissolve those solutions and to accept only those solutions which survive the test of rugged engineering. And innovation engineering today gives you an intellectual breadth, a high bandwidth, because that gives you freedoms unthought of. You are not affected by the constraints and restraints which mechanical engineering normally does. And I look forward to, with great expectations, that the community of engineers being reared and nurtured in this institution will be able to make their mark and seal in the larger space of engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jayaraman, sir, for your speech. We must say it was very informative and interesting. Thank you once again.
Now, before we have our next speaker on stage to encourage us more on the path of innovation, we have a short glimpse of his work and achievements. Mr. Baldevkrishan Sharma, we are sure that your successful journey in innovation will surely motivate us to think beyond the syllabus and out of the box, and to come up with our own creative innovations.
Meet the man, Baldevkrishan Sharma, the inventor, innovator, entrepreneur, philanthropist. From the very young age, at 20, that was the need of the time, because the STD feature was abused and the phone owner got cheated. Baldevkrishan's patent invention gave complete control of STD in the hand of its owner. This got him the first prize and also a Rashtrapati award at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi, from the hands of Dr. C. Subramaniam, then Industries Minister. The year that followed, Baldevkrishan again participated in competition and won the top prize for his next invention, the cooking gas control and safety device. This second-time winner got him instant recognition and appreciation in his institution as well as in society. He also got a plum position as a development officer in corporate company. Then, the entrepreneur spirit prompted him to launch his own company. He built Marshalls as the #1 wallpaper company in India. He is now the chairman emeritus of Marshalls Group of Company, dedicating himself to philanthropic work, where CIIA is an initiative to generously give back to society what he once got it 50 years ago. A true example of Deep se Deep Jalate Chalo. Presenting a humble giver, a man with a brilliant mind, a golden heart, the force behind CIIA. Welcome, Baldevkrishan Sharma.
I request our distinguished guest, Mr. Baldevkrishan Sharma, to come on the dais and start with the session.
Thank you, host ma'am. You have made me South Indian, whereas I am North Indian. She has, and there are very few hosts who have been able to spell my name properly, you know. You have made me Baldevkrishan, I am Krishan. Okay, so that is a little difference. Okay. Hello. Children, hello. You're getting this? Okay. Okay. We are delighted to be here at the Vivekananda Education Society's Institution of Technology. VESIT is a 38-year institution providing professional education in field of engineering. It has accreditation, are doing exceptionally well. VESIT has won Hackathon 2020 and has bagged R&D projects from Larsen & Toubro, IIT and Kotak Mahindra. To add, Principal Madam has already given us a lot of details, but what I could pick up are these few. I think a lot of things are already there with you. To add icing on the cake, CIIA, we had 15 top selected innovation projects which were exhibited by the student innovators, and your institution won the CIA Max Innovation Trophy presented at the CIA Awards night. It was collected by the Trustee Shri Boolani ji, the principal and the vice principal who are over here. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us over there. Well, I think this all deserves to be loudly applauded, my dear. Well, this year for CR2, I could only say, ye dil mange more. The credit for all this actually goes to the promoters, to the trustees, to the management, led by Principal Dr. Vijayalakshmi Nair ma'am, the Vice President IIC, Dr. Nadir Charniya, their management and staff. I wholeheartedly thank them for facilitating our team SIA, our guests, and for the lovely arrangements made for this seminar. For this, we also thank the head of the IIC and the head of the event organizing committee, Dr. Nadir Charniya ji, Amit Singh and their team. I thank Dr. Jayaraman sir, who is my guru, my mentor and a reservoir of knowledge. His communication on innovation is par excellence. He is bringing so very much, he is so very busy, yet he has taken time to be here with us. Thank you, sir. So congratulations, आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई, और बधाई कभी भी फ्री नहीं ली जाती, एक जोरदार तालियों के साथ, दमदार तालियों के साथ. Okay, so चलो अभी अपना सेशन शुरू करते हैं. So my dear students, I welcome you all to this great scooty ride. One more. Okay, take this. Okay, take it. Now, what is this scooty? Shaping career opportunities through innovation. The first word of each, when you combine it, it becomes a scooty, and for you, it is going to be a scooty ride. और आपको इस स्कूटी पे बैठ के सवार होकर एक जर्नी तय करनी है, और इसका रास्ता हम आपको बताएंगे. और ये हमारा वायदा है आप सबसे. I assure you that it will make a big difference in shaping your careers as an innovator, and it's going to make a lot of difference. बहुत बड़ा बदलाव आने वाला है. Okay, and it may be a turning point in your career itself. Okay, so friends, Let me share with you that this session is going to be a longish session, 75 minutes. So we have to keep this session little halka pulka, okay, interesting and interactive. And jahan par bhi thoda humor aaye, enjoy it, laugh it off, okay. Wherever there is a demand, a situation demands, just start clapping. See, let me tell you that you are going to sit over here, you are going to listen to me, you are going to absorb, you are over there, but I need the energy from you, okay, because I have to speak for such a long time. And that energy I am going to get from you, the same thing, from this clapping. So, Sidhu ji ko yaad rakho, ठोको ताली जहाँ पर भी situation होता है. Be spontaneous, interact with me, and I'm sure ये समय कैसे निकलेगा with lot of learning which you are going to take home. As I said that I have promised to you that this session is going to make a big difference in your career. Okay? So जहाँ पर भी मौका मिला, जैसे मैंने कहा कि मौके पे चौका जरूर लगाना है, और चौका होगा तो चौका लगाइए, नहीं तो छक्का भी लगा सकते हैं. Okay? चौके का मतलब क्या होता है? A big applause, right, which will be there in this auditorium. And छक्के का मतलब होता है going out of the auditorium, going right across there, outside. Okay? So, my first session, there are going to be 3 sessions which we are going to have. The first session is going to be the theory session, where I am going to show you what innovations is all about. Okay? And this is going to be on my PPT presentation. My second session is the most important session, and that is how we generate ideas, how we convert ideas into action, and third is how we make money out of it. So most important session is the session number 2, which talks about generating ideas, converting ideas into action, okay, making it, as Sir said, demonstrable models, you know. And then third is how to make money out of it, how to create finance out of it, how to create money out of it, okay. And the third session, I'm sure while I'm communicating with all of you, there is going to be a lot of queries which are going to come into your mind. So you can always ask question answers. That is going to be my third session. And the third session will also be with one more thing which every student loves, and that is a sort of a prasad, like a certificate of participation. So all of you who are going to be over here are going to get certificate of participation. So you are all with me now? Okay, let me start with Mission SIA. Now, what is Mission SIA? I think the PPT is in front of you. Well, we are here to basically creating a mindset of innovations among the students. Okay, so the basic idea is to motivate, to inspire students to become innovators, because the nation needs innovators. Okay, and once our great, one of the great Napoleon, he said that give me good innovators and I will give you a great nation. So this is what we are trying to do. Our intention is that all our students over here should become innovators, and from these innovators we want to create great innovators so that they are able to do great jobs and make the nation also go forward. See, it's a very, अगर आप देखेंगे तो जब युवा इनोवेट करेगा, जब युवा इनोवेट करेगा तो देश आधुनिक बनेगा, जब देश आधुनिक बनेगा तो देश तरक्की करेगा, और जब देश तरक्की करेगा तो इसको सुपर पावर बनने से कोई रोक सकता है क्या? ओके, इंटरेक्ट विद मी लिटिल लाउडर. कोई रोक सकता है क्या? Yeah. See, unless you start interacting with me, unless you start being with me, okay, you will find this session a little bit, let's make it more interactive. Now let's see that there are 2 types of career paths we have. The formal career path and the accelerated career path. Okay, we are discussing on careers, and we are talking here about the formal career path and the accelerated career path. Now when we are talking about formal career path, we are talking about, now let's talk about an engineer, okay, and let's see that once you complete your education, what do? You go and give your application to the various companies, and then you get selected, say, as a trainee engineer. So you start with a trainee engineer, then possibly you become a junior engineer, then you become an assistant engineer, then you become a deputy engineer, then you become an executive engineer, then you become senior executive engineer, then you retire at the age of 60, and 37 years of career path, and after retirement, you become a consulting engineer. Okay, after retirement, what do? Consulting engineer. After the age of 65, you join Bhajan Mandali. Okay, so this is the career path which normally a person has. And normally, you know, every person, even if you ask your friends, those people are again who are engineers, this is the career path which everyone follows. Let's think about what accelerated career path is. Now here, you know, to give you some other examples, journey of a clerk to a head clerk. Now similar, you know, here it is from a junior engineer to a senior engineer or executive engineer. Sometimes you are also chief engineer, and then, you know, you are retiring. So that journey, there could be a journey of clerk to head clerk. There could be a journey of from a constable to a head constable, sub-inspector to maybe senior inspector, you know. So this journey of 35, 40 years is all into, this is called a formal career path. This normal होने वाला है. इसके लिए आपको हमारा session study करने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. You know, it will happen in any case. This formal career path is taken for granted. Okay, now let's talk about the accelerated career path. The joining age is 21, 23. Okay, a person joins as a junior engineer. He becomes an assistant manager. Now straight away from junior engineer, he becomes a assistant manager. Then he becomes a general manager. Then he becomes member of the board of directors. He becomes a CEO and MD, chairman, group chairman, retiring at the age of 75, not 60, 75. And 50 years of career path, and after retirement, he becomes a philanthropist. What does he become? Now, what is philanthropist? A person who gives charity, a person who gives back to the society. That is. Now, do you think that ये जो मैंने अभी आपको accelerated career path बताया है, this career path is a fake thing just to tell you that what we are trying to talk about? The answer is no. This is a real story. Okay. I'll share that real story with you. Because today we are only talking about accelerated career path. Formal career path we are not talking, because that in any case will happen. Okay, whether you want it or not, you take your certificates and it starts, the journey starts. Now let's talk about the real story. Now here is a guy who comes from village school, educates from a BVM engineering college. Okay, what BVM is, only BVM knows. Vallabh Vidyanagar, it is at Vallabh Vidyanagar, Gujarat. I was actually checking from Google where Vallabh Vidyanagar, Gujarat is. And that Vallabh, Gujarat, that is in district Anand, somewhere in a very backward area. Okay. He comes to Bombay, he does his mechanical engineering, and he comes to Bombay for a job. He couldn't get a job because his language was Gujalish. In fact, not Gujalish, but Maha Gujalish. Okay, now what I mean by Maha Gujalish is half English, half Gujarati, you know, and Maha Gujalish is all Gujarati, a little tadka of English. So he got a job in a Parsi boiler manufacturing company, worked on his English. He tried to see that his English gets improved, and then he masters that English. Then he got a job in Larsen & Toubro at the age of 23 as a junior engineer. In 1965, he becomes an assistant manager. General manager in 1986, member of the board of directors in Larsen & Toubro, 1989, becomes CEO and managing director in 1999, chairman in 2003, group chairman 2017, retiring age 78 years in 2020, 55 years of career path. After retirement, he becomes a philanthropist. He opens a cancer hospital in Navsari, and he opens a premium school in Larsen & Toubro, Powai, Bombay. Okay. Now, would you like to know who this person is? He is Mr. A.M. Naik. Okay. Let's have, this is the picture of this gentleman. Okay. If you can see him, this is the hospital at Navsari which he has made. Okay. This is the gentleman. Okay. And the Prime Minister is inaugurating it, and that is the school which he has made in Powai, Larsen & Toubro complex, Powai, and it is being opened by Home Minister on 5th of September, just now. So this is the career path we are talking about, okay? We are talking about the accelerated career path, which basically is the dream of everyone, isn't it? Now, I would like people over here to become AM Naik over here, or maybe mini AM Naik, or maybe micro AM Naik, but somewhere to deal with this, okay? So are you all with me? Okay, now, I want to show you one small clipping, okay? It will be a little refreshing, where every parents feel that their children, should progress, and they have a little dream in there. What is that dream? Let's try to understand, and that is everyone's dream. Every student's dream is to meet that dream of the parents. Okay, so let's see what that dream is and how this program is going to go close to that dream. Okay, let's play it.
जिंदगी के लिए सभी ने कुछ न कुछ सोच रखा है, लेकिन मैंने अपने लिए कुछ नहीं सोचा है। और आज मुझे बार-बार एक ही ख्याल आ रहा है। पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा, बेटा हमारा ऐसा काम करेगा, मगर ये तो कोई न जाने
every student thinks he doesn't know uski manzil kahan hai. Hello. Yeah. Every student thinks that he doesn't know because he is just studying and he doesn't know uski manzil kahan hai. और वो उस मंजिल की तरफ लेके जाने के लिए आज ये प्रोग्राम है. Okay. So friends, I want to know how many of you would like to become rich, wealthy and famous. Okay, very few have raised the hand. Others don't want to become. Okay. Okay, let me put a reverse question. How many of you do not want to become rich, wealthy and famous? So what is this, yaar? आधे लोग ने हाथ रेस किया, आधे लोग ऐसे ही बैठे हुए हैं. Okay. You must all participate. Okay. How many of you would like to become rich, wealthy and famous? Your parents' dream. Okay, so like that, participate. Okay. I don't think there should be a person who would say, I don't want to become. Koi hoga aisa? Okay. Now, one of the greatest routes to officially and legally become rich, wealthy and famous is to be an innovator. What is it? To be a? Okay. And what is our program today? School T. What is it? Shaping career opportunities through innovation. That's our program today. Okay, now first let us understand what is the difference between invention and innovation, right? Okay, because there is a lot of mix between invention and innovation. Iske beech mein gadbad ho jati hai. Okay, so let's understand invention is to create a product design or a process or something which does not exist. Okay, telephone was first created by Graham Bell. Okay, telephone did not exist before that and therefore it was an invention. But afterwards, whatever changes came in the telephone were all innovations, right? So what is innovation? To make changes in something which is already there. What is it? What is it? Okay, repeat it. What is it? What is innovation? To make changes in something which is already there. And what is invention? To do something which is never there before. Okay. So this is the basic distinction. Something which is not there, you are doing something and you are creating something, that is invention. And doing something, bringing changes into something which is already there is innovation. Is? Yes. Okay. Now innovations are of two types. Okay. Or let us put it like that, that innovations are not subject specific. Now, for example, okay, you are an engineer, but it doesn't mean that when you make an innovation, it should be only engineering product. It can be anything. Okay, it can be engineering, it can be bio, it can be anything which you can think about it. Anywhere, any process, engineering, non-engineering, whatever it is. Okay. Now I'll give you one example. Even mithai, normally it's a layer of a barfi there, and then what is the innovation in that? You put a chocolate in that as another layer, and then you put another layer of maybe pista or something like that, and then put a silver. These are all innovations. Okay, you understand? So it need not be only in this. Even if you have heard about that pan wala, you know, who is having a fire wala pan, which he made something different than the normal pans. Normal pan you get in 10 rupees and 20 rupees. This is also innovation. So innovation is not subject. Have you heard about this person, Muchhad pan wala? Have you heard it? Okay. He is making a pan of 7,000 rupees. Okay, 5,000 rupees ka, 7,000 rupees ka pan wo deta hai. What is so great in that? That is his innovation. And people line laga ke le rahe hain. Okay. So innovations is not restricted only to engineering products. It is not restricted only to products. It is processes. It can be restricted to anything which comes in your way where you think you can make a change. So it is not subject specific. Neither it is education specific. Now, for example, that pan wala, he is not an engineer. He is not this thing. So it is not education, but it is knowledge one. You must have a knowledge. Okay, you need not have a degree. A person whose, innovations can be done by people who are graduates, who are non-graduates, who are postgraduates, by doctorate. It does not mean that you have to have a great degree to become an innovator. Okay, you must, even the people who are doing called jugaad, even that is innovation, right? So you need not, even school dropouts. You know who is the biggest, wealthiest person who has been a school dropout, okay, and has done the innovations? Anybody? You have heard the name of Bill Gates? The richest person. He has given $52 million for, $52 billion, which is equal to 4.5 lakh crore for charity. You understand? So this is the level of innovation that they are talking. And he made what? That Windows? That Windows is his product, which he has made, which every desktop has got that. So, and he's a school dropout. So there could be school dropouts, there could be college dropouts. So what I want to say is that innovations are not education and degree specific, but they could be knowledge specific, okay? So what do you need to be an innovator? You need basically two things. Number one, a mindset to see the possibility of a change. What is it? That if you get something in your hand, you must have a mindset, ek mansikta honi chahiye, that there is a possibility that you can make a change in that. And number two, to commit yourself, to see that you are able to put that change into action and implement it. To put that into action and yes, okay. Now, there are two types of innovations which we have mentioned over here. One is a sponsored innovation, and one is the inspired innovation. Sponsored innovation is when the industry is giving you the innovations, asking you to do a project, and then you start working on that project and give it to them. Those are sponsored innovations. We are not discussing that. We are discussing inspired innovations, which means it is your idea, your solution, your product, your funding, and your marketing. That means everything is around you. You create, and from an idea to the market, everything is yours. Okay? So we are talking about these inspired innovations we are talking about here. Okay. Now let's talk about the laws of the innovation. The universal formula, ideas for innovation is, okay, let's start with that. Number one, what is it? Keen observation. Okay. You must have eye for, keenly seeing a change that can be brought there. Okay, and that is called keen observation. What is keen observation? वो ऐसे घूर घूर के देखने वाली observation नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Okay, neither that सनसनी वाली, which says गौर से देखो इनको, not that. Okay, what is that observation? खोजी type of, you are searching something. Okay, so that searching sort of a view or which you can observe, that is the keen observation that we are talking about. So it starts with keen observation, and we'll give you examples how this keen observation works. Number two, while you are doing this keen observation, you are also identifying what is a problem like. Okay, so what are you doing? You are identifying the problem. So what is the first one? What is the first one? What is number two? From that keen observation, what are you finding out? You are identifying what is the problem here. Okay, and next, what are you trying to do next? Create ideas for solution. You are not creating solution, you are creating ideas. You are thinking about how I can solve this problem, okay? Next comes develop product that solves that problem. Now from those ideas, then you convert into technology, okay? From the technology, from the engineering or whatever is required for that, to convert that into a product, okay? And then what you need is, after doing that, you have to reach the market. And to reach the market, what do you need? You need the help of CR, because CR is a platform on which we try to, give you a platform where people who are the potential users of innovations, they come, see it. If they like it, they can take a collaboration with you. They can give you a royalty. They can buy over. A lot of opportunities, they come over there. And that exhibition which we are giving it to you is our Philanthropy Act. It is totally free of charge for all the students. Okay. So, now let's repeat this, because this is the formula. This is the formula, or you can say these are the laws of starting with the innovation. Okay. So what is it? Start with? Start with? Second, identify the? Third, create ideas for? Fourth, develop product that solves that problem. Okay. Develop product that? Reach for the market. वो product बना के आप घर में तो नहीं रखोगे. So where will you go? Reach for the market. Now reach for the market, there are various avenues. One is become startup. You go into, higher things. Startup, go into production. Those are, so reach the market. And then one of the areas where you can go for market is CR2, okay? So CR2 is going to be an exhibition where you can come display those who have made their products, they can make, or demonstrable models they have made, they can come and exhibit over there, and lot of opportunities come over there, okay? Now let's talk about the next thing, that what is the criteria for identifying the problem? What is the criteria for identifying the problem? Okay. So first we had seen there should be a keen observation. So while observing, you have identified the problem. Now from identifying the problem, what are the criteria of those identifying the problem? Now those problems could be something like effort to effortlessness. What is it? Wherever there is some effort which is involved into it, okay, how you can make it less effort. How you can make something which is less effort. So effort to effortlessness. Now, for example, see, if you go in the airport, at the airport, you find a long, long route to walk. So what have they done? They have made travel lights. Okay. So you stand on it and it moves. Okay. Then on the lift, if you have to go on the 5th floor, okay, if you have to walk up, it is too much effort. So lift is created. So like this, so wherever there is an effort, if you can find a way, if you can find a solution to make it effortlessness, that is a great area to work on. Okay. Next is anything which comes in front of you, if you can increase the speed, okay. And you must have seen everywhere the speed is getting increased, whether it is train or whatever, whether it is vehicles. Earlier the vehicles at 80 kilometers, they used to shake. Today even at 140, 150 kilometers, they are stable. So everywhere the speed is increasing, even the production. Earlier there used to be, making about, 1,000 units per hour. Now they are making 2,000 units per hour. So wherever there is possibility of increasing the speed, that is one big area to work on. Then ease of living and adds quality to life. I think that everyone would love to do it, okay, because that's a luxury market. Then we are talking about cost-effective solutions and import substitutions. Now cost-effective solutions, everyone, if supposing a product is available, say for 50,000, if you can make in 10,000, 15,000, without sacrificing the without sacrificing the features, without sacrificing the, basically the output it gives, the efficiency. If you can do that, I think that is a great way to innovate. Another one is import substitution. Import substitution is बाहर से जो item आती है, especially defense and all, they are coming out with these things. That can you develop this in India for that? So import substitution is another big area. I'll give you one very simple example. During COVID, we had this ventilators, you know. Normally a ventilator costs between 12 to 15 lakhs, okay. And whereas what has been made over here is between 3.5 to 4 lakhs. And without sacrificing the quality. It is equal in quality, maybe one or two features are even better than that. And so this is both cost effective and import substitution. So these are the area. But I tell you that the most important is efficiency improvisation. Any product, anything which you see where you can improve the efficiency of the product, that is the area that we are talking about, okay, that you have a scope to innovate. And then there is a law for that, and that says nothing is permanently perfect. What is it? What does it say? Nothing is, I think all of you must speak this because this is the most important part. Nothing is, so whatever product you see, okay, it has got a expiry date. That means, and what is the expiry date? When the new innovation comes, okay. So nothing is perfect. Now, for example, let me tell you, we had a fixed mic earlier on the microphone, okay. So people had to go over there and talk, okay. From there came the cordless. There came the cordless so that you can move about, okay. Now from the cordless came another thing, and what is that? The lapel mic, okay, or maybe the headphone like. Why? Because this is engaging your one hand is getting engaged by this, okay. So to keep both the hands free, what have you got? So these are the improvisations, and these are all the innovations which have come. So what is this most important part? Any product which you see, first of all, if you see, first thing that should come in your mind is that nothing is permanently, nothing is, okay. The moment that thing comes in your mind as a mindset, mansikta, okay, you will say that here is a thing which I can improve it. Here is a thing which I can make it better. Is it right? Okay. Now I'll give you one example. Let's go about this one. We talk about the telephones. Yeah, now let's talk about the telephones. The one on this side, on the left on top, is a telephone which was perfect in 1965, 70, mid-70s, right? Now, what went wrong that you had to take out other models? The dialing was very difficult, okay? So if you dial 10 times, okay, that means 6 numbers in each dialing. So that means about 16 numbers if you dial, then this finger becomes useless, okay? You can't do any further fingering. So from this, people started thinking how they can make a better one so that they can dial more. And that was the other one. The next phone which came where you could do at least about 30 dialings, you could do it at a time. Okay. How many dialings? So that is about 180. So from 60, it went to 180 times you can do dialing easily. Now there again, there was one problem. And the problem was that you had to bring the figure exactly in that number slot to dial it. Okay. Now because you had to dial, you had to bring that, so you had to keep the phone very close to you. Okay. So that was again a problem. So what did they do? What was the next innovation? Put the number outside the dial so that you can see it from a distance and dial it. You are seeing the progression of innovations? Okay. Then after that came digital, then became cordless, then became the mobile unit. Okay. And then came the push button mobile things, and now it has come into the touch screen, and after that it has come now into the flip 3 where the screen itself is foldable, Okay. Now I want to put this question to you, and I want to give this exercise to you, that what do you think should be the next level of innovation? What do you think should be the next level of, it has come down to this, to the flip 3 where it is a folding one. Now from here, where do you go to the next? Just think of it. You can put a question answer in the question answer thing, that what do you think should be the next level of innovation? We'll go to that. Now let's talk and discuss about practical ideas. Now with this, friends, I've completed my session number 1, which was basically to tell you, okay, that introducing innovations as as I've done it before in the PPT. Okay. Now we go into the next session, and the next session, before I go, I want to tell you about the ideas. Now we are going to talk about the generating the ideas. We are going to talk about how we generate the ideas, how we create ideas into action, and then how we make money out of it. Okay. Most important session. Are you all with me? Yes. Big round of applause. Let's see. Let's have that energy coming in. Okay. Now, before we move forward, there is a small little Kabir Das ka bhajan, okay, which is 1.5 minute ka video. And you can hum with it, you can sing along with it, because it's a very nice doha which is there. And we will substitute. The idea is something that how we generate ideas. We are discussing about how do we generate ideas. Now listen to it, and then we talk about from where the ideas come. Because I want to share that how do you generate ideas, the very scope of generating ideas come from here. Okay, let's play with it. Hello. Yeah. Here he is searching. ये किसको ढूंढ रहा है? भगवान को ढूंढ रहा है. और हम किसको ढूंढ रहे हैं? Ideas को. हम किसको ढूंढ रहे हैं? और ये क्या बोल रहा है? मुझको कहाँ तो ढूंढे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में. So he is telling to the innovators that I'm just around you. You have just to find me. आपके पास क्या होनी चाहिए? वो searching क्या होना चाहिए? Keen observation. क्या होना चाहिए? If you have this keen observation, the ideas are just around you. Okay. और वो कह रहा है कि मौको कहाँ तो ढूंढे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में हूँ, ना मैं मंदिर, ना मैं मस्जिद, ना काबे कैलाश में. तो let's adapt this to say that you have not to get the ideas from America. ना आपको अमेरिका जाने की जरूरत है, ना जापान में, ना यूके में, ना चीन में. आपको आपके पास ही मिलेगा. You have not even to go to city, you have not even to go anywhere. Right where you are sitting, right from the time you get up in the morning to the time that you go to sleep, you can get as many ideas as it is possible. And let us share how it happens. Let us share it, how it happens. Okay. Now let's start with the first thought that you have got up in the morning. What have you done? Now be with me. You have got up in the morning. Okay. So सबसे पहले आप क्या करते हो? वहाँ अंगड़ाई लेते हो. क्या करते हो? आप अंगड़ाइयाँ लेते हो. You feel you are tired. You have something, which is tiring you up. आपका back pain हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है. So these are the things which are happening. So what are you doing? You are correcting your posture. What are you doing? You are correcting your. Okay. Now from there, where do you go? From where do you go? What is called as restroom? What is it called? From the bed you go to the restroom. Okay. Now what do you find in the restroom? You go and settle down there. What do? You go and settle down in the humor intended. Okay. You go and settle down there and you start and how do you go there? You go with your mobile phone and think about all the social media over there. You refer all your social media over there, right? How many of you are with that? How many of you are with that? Referring to social media right in the bathroom itself. Most of you, right? So, while you are referring to it, udhar 10 minute, 12 minute, 15 minute ho gaya, and I'm giving you a little loose story, try to understand what I'm trying to talk at the bit, and see how we are generating ideas. The mother says from outside the bathroom, she says, मैं मंदिर जा रही हूँ, मैं कहाँ जा रही हूँ? मंदिर जा रही हूँ और चाय मैंने तुम्हारे डाइनिंग टेबल पे रखे, जल्दी आके पी लो. क्या बोल रही है? जल्दी आके पी लो. तो he says, yes, mummy, I'll come fast. But he continues with his social media. From there, after about 7-8 minutes, the father comes and he says, हो गया क्या नहीं तुम्हारा? क्या बोल रहा है? हो गया क्या नहीं, अब मेरे को भी जाना है. So वो हड़बड़ाहट में clean up करके he comes out. Okay. And then he goes to the dining table. Okay. And there he starts sipping his tea. Then he starts sipping his tea. Okay. And that tea has become little lukewarm. मतलब वो जो धुआं वगैरह निकलता है चाय के अंदर, hot tea के अंदर, it has become little cold because it is lying there for about 15 minutes. Okay. Now in the meantime, the father की आवाज आनी चालू हो जाती है वहाँ से. He starts shouting. He starts, तुमके अकल नहीं है. Okay, इतना बड़ा हो गया है, इंजीनियर बन रहा है. Okay, कॉलेज में जा रहा है. अभी तक तुम्हारे में अकल कब आएगी? Okay. And he is wondering क्या हो गया. And then he says, flush कौन करेगा? वो बोल रहे क्या? फ्लश कौन करेगा? So he immediately said, अरे यार एकदम भाई हड़बड़ाहट में मैं बाहर निकल आया, I forgot to flush. Okay. Now let's first just go to this up to here. Okay. And let's talk about the ideas that we have generated. How many ideas have we generated? How many observations we have made? For a normal person, this is not observation. For a normal person, this is not a observation. ये उधर उठा, अंगड़ाई लिया, gone to the bathroom, okay, वहाँ पर social media किया, came and started, sipping the tea. Okay, this is not in there. But for a person who's an innovator, उसके लिए keen observation में क्या आया? First, he has seen that there is a problem probably in the bed or in the mattress or something like that. So his observation goes there. Have you understood the difference between an innovator and a normal person? Okay. So he starts thinking. Now first is, what is the first thing? Keen observation, right? What is the second thing? Identify the problem. What is it? Identify the problem. Now what is the problem? That something is wrong with the mattress, something is wrong with the bed, that it is giving him backache or he is giving him problem in his postures, right? So he is trying to correct the postures. So what are you going to do there? Okay. So you have to start thinking about how to either, put some warmer in the mattress. These are the different ideas for solution. These are the different ideas for solution. Now what are those ideas? Put a warmer there. Now let me tell you friends, that these ideas, you can develop it as a collaboration. So you must have a team to work. Okay. You can yourself do it, or you can have 2, 3, 4 friends. Now this is a team which will then say that, okay, let's start understanding how we can correct this problem. Now what is a team? Now team is not necessary of the same friends. वो friend का team अलग होता है and the friend का team अलग होता है और ये innovation का team अलग होता है. Friend team will tell you which movies goes, where to go in, if it is monsoon raining, then where to go for a hike or whatever, adventure के लिए कहाँ जाए. This is friend team. We are not talking about friend team. What are we talking about? Innovation team. So how do you build up an innovation team? They can be from different verticals. One can be, say, from electrical engineer, one could be from mechanical, one could be from IT, one could be from, maybe from management. Okay. So these are different students from different verticals who can come together and form a team. And what is the full form of the team? Together each achieves more. What is it? Together T-E-A-M. What does it mean? Together. And why I said that, now for example, if you have seen orchestra, सब ढोलक वाले होंगे तो नहीं चलेगा, सब वायलिन वाले होंगे तो नहीं चलेगा. Okay, so you must have orchestra, okay, and different tunes, and all of them in tune to create a beautiful tune, right? So this is what, so yes, you can clap it, my dear. Don't reserve your hands. Okay, as I said, I need energy from you. So what is team building? Team building is different verticals with different attitudes, different mindsets, so that they can collaborate. Now, अभी यहाँ पर होगा, तो एक जन उसमें से कहेगा, see, there can be multiple solutions. Jayaraman sir has just said that if you have got only one solution, then you are a okay engineer. But if you have got multiple solutions, then you are an excellent person. Now, what are those multiple things? That one person says that let there be a warmer. Let there be a warmer so that it doesn't, when you get up, you are better, you are feeling better. The other person can say, no, let there be little more of foaming effect so that, the body take a posture. The third person will come out with another situation. So there will be 3, 4, 5 solutions coming in. Okay. There could be also one more solution. Now you would remember one thing, that आप गांव में गए होंगे तो वहाँ खाट पे लेटे होंगे. खाट पे लेटे हैं कि नहीं? और खाट के ऊपर आप 8 घंटा, 10 घंटा, 12 घंटा भी सो सकते हैं. Okay, what is the difference between that cart and the mattress that we are going today? Do we have that cart now? You just see over here. This is a cart. Okay. Now it takes the shape of your back. It takes the shape of that. Okay. And अगर वो थोड़ी ढीली पड़ गई तो उसको कसने का भी program है वहाँ पर. This is a place where you can do the tightening also, and this is. Now, can you create a solution which is between mattress and this? Okay. Now, this is how the innovations come in. You follow this? This is how the innovations come in. Now, let's go to the next one. The next one is right in the bathroom itself. Now, what is the way to solve that problem? What is the way to solve that problem? कि उसने flush नहीं किया. So, the straight answer is, let the flush be an automatic flush. What is it? What should it be? It should be automatic flush. I mean, okay. So that is the first answer कि भाई मेरे को मैं भूल भी जाऊँ तो भी वो flush अपने आप हो. Now, how do you create an automatic flush? Okay. So you are engineers. So you should be able to find the solution of that. You should be able to find multiple solutions for creating an automatic flush. Any solution from you? Any solution from you? Okay. Now let me tell you that since we are constrained with time, I will start sharing the ideas. Number one is, one solution could be that if you go to any of the 5-star hotels, what do you find? You find in the urinal automatic flushing, right? Okay. Because it senses, they have got sensors which says the person over there, he is there and he is not there. Between that, the flushing take place. What about here at the pot? Now, why that system cannot be brought over here? Why? So this is the question that you can ask straight away. That why can't I bring that system into this? Okay. So any other solution do you think that you can have? Any other solution? What is it? Yeah. Okay. Now what she is saying that when you open the door, the person goes into the bathroom, and then when a person comes out, okay, between that some logic can be created there. But yes, I can tell you one thing, something which is consequent to what you are saying, is that when a person sits on the pot, okay, then there can be pressure switches under the seat, okay, and when you sit down, the pressure switch can actuate, and when you get up, the pressure switches can deactuate, right? And between actuation and deactuation, a logic circuit can be created, and this logic circuit will operate a pneumatic pump which will flush the tank. Now this is the logic on which you can work. So this is a solution number 2. There could be third solution also. There could be there could be one solution that put a poster there, flush kiya kya. What is it? There could be a poster which you can write over there, flush kiya kya, okay, just like a reminder. But that is not the innovation. That is not we are talking about something which creates a product and not just a reminder, okay. So there could be 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the team goes on eliminating one after the other. That this is not workable, this is not workable, this is economical, so they'll talk from different point of view, and then you come to the right solution. Now supposing you are able to create one system which is absolutely a right system, and you are able to demonstrate. You are able to demonstrate how the whole thing happens. Okay, the person comes, he settles down on that, he goes out, and then after that, the flush happens. Now, if that system you can build up and give a demonstration, okay, do you know what is the market of flush tanks? It is 1 lakh flush tanks per month. How much? That is the market of flush tanks. Now, think of it that your innovation is able to have only 10% of that market. How much? Only? And if you are trying to take a royalty of 100 rupees on that flush, okay, this thing, what is the cost? What is the royalty that you are talking about? 100 into 10,000. How kitna hota hai? 10 lakh rupees. Can you imagine this sort of, and supposing there are 4 friends, then it is being divided in 4 friends. How much are you talking about? Can you think of that you can get this sort of a money in anywhere in your job that you can get it? That is the value of what we are talking about. You know, we are talking innovator is something like where you are talking about wealth, where you are talking about, which normally in your whole, formal career graph, it will not happen. It will only happen as a innovator, right? So this is one thing which I'm trying to share with you, that there is enough market, if you have got a great idea, if that idea can be demonstrated, workable, and if that product can be made perfect, there is tremendous market for this. Okay, I have told you 10% of the total market, and you are talking about only 100 rupees royalty for the entire activity. You are talking about the money that you can't even imagine, and then it is growing by 10% every year. Okay. Now let's go to the next one, which is again very important. Is the tea wala? क्या है? Is the tea? वो tea से मेरे को याद आता है one thing. Do you remember MBA चाय वाला? He's an innovator. Okay. He is a MBA dropout. He is not even a MBA. He has not even cleared MBA, and he opened a tapri chai. Okay. The money he got for his studies, he made a tapri chai, and from there he started working on it, and then he used his management skills to franchise and all that. Okay, I think it's a good, you must look at it, that how that person became an entrepreneur, how he became a innovator in developing all that as a, what is it, with chai? MBA chai, right? So I'm just giving you these examples. Now let's talk about tea. Abhi chai hamari ठंडी हो गई है. What is the problem? Keen observation, चाय ठंडी हो रही है. How do you identify the problem? What is identifying the problem? How are you identifying the problem? That चाय को गर्म रखना है कम से कम 20-25 मिनट तक, करेक्ट? आधे घंटे तक. चाय को गर्म रखना कितने टाइम के लिए? आधे घंटे. You have to participate, my dear. कितने टाइम तक गर्म रखना है? आधे घंटे तक गर्म रखना. ओके, आप देखते हैं, आप when you take your breakfast, the tea has come over there. By the time you finish your breakfast, the चाय ठंडी हो गई, है कि नहीं? You are reading newspaper. By the time you have read the newspaper, the चाय ठंडी हो गई. Okay, so what is your problem? चाय को गर्म कैसे रखना? So what is the solution for that? What is the solution for गर्म चाय? What is it? So that is one solution, correct? But thermos is already existing. So what is your innovation in that? What is your innovation in that? So what is another one? See, another solution could be coaster ऊपर रख दो. That could be also another solution. So find out multiple solutions. What is it? Find out multiple solutions and then go on eliminating. ये नहीं चलेगा. उसमें coaster रखा तो तुम्हारा क्या innovation हुआ? Isn't it? You don't have any innovation. So one of the solutions which I want to give it to you is that ये कप जो है, जो चाय है, okay, उसका जो evaporation हो रहा है, उस evaporation को reduce करना है. What have you to do? What have you to do? Reduce the evaporation. Now you must have seen every cup in your own house or anywhere, even in your canteen or anything. The base is chota and muh is bada. What is it? Base is and Muh is large. The mouth part is, the upper portion is large. What have you to do? Just think of it. Rate of evaporation is directly proportional to the surface area, right? You have to reduce the surface area. So make the base larger and the mouth chota, right? This is the first, and if you make it by 50% less, okay, you are increasing the heat by about 50%. What is it? Increasing the heating time by about 50%. Now what you have to do, how do you get started? Now ideas into action. Now how do you take it into action? Now one is you have got one solution to it, right? How do you get ideas into action? How do you get it into action? Number one is go to the graphic designer. You need not be a designer, right? You need not be a, as I said, it is not subject specific. It is not subject specific. You need not be a designer, okay? You need not be an engineer also for that. You can be a school dropout, okay? लेकिन वो क्या करेगा उसके दिमाग में क्या आएगा? What I said, you have to be knowledgeable. Okay, so take that and go to the graphic designer. कहाँ पर जाओगे? Where will you go? To the, and what will you tell him? कि make the base larger and the mouth थोड़ा छोटा. Okay, and make 8-10 different models and see which is the most ideal model for it. Which is the most ideal model for it. Then after seeing that which is the ideal model, go to the mold maker. Go to the, and these days 3D molding is available. 3D molding is available. So make about 8-10 different type of designs, sip the tea, see which is the most ideal size, which is the most ideal mouth, which is the most ideal way to handle it. And then you are able to come out with the right type of the design of that cup. Now to make that design of the cup, आपको कौन चाहिए? Whom do you want? Whom do you want? Graphic designer. कौन चाहिए? Next, और कौन चाहिए? 3D molder. Okay. Then they will make you prototype of units, right? Now once you have decided that, okay, this is the best size available, and you have tested it with about maybe 100 people or so and so, and you are able to see that the time of, the tea remaining hot, that time increases, okay? Once you have seen all this, you have perfected, then is the time to go to the crockery manufacturer. Then is the time to go to the crockery manufacturer and give them the presentation, and you show them that this is your study, this is it, this is the time increase which happens. And once your presentation, and you may not go just to one, you may go to 3-4 crockery manufacturers, and you see who is the one which is giving you the best value. I want to tell you that the cups which are sold in a month, what is the market of that? Any idea? Anybody? Give me a fluke. What is the idea? It is 10 lakh units per month. How much? How many? That is the quantity of cups, because these are breakable, they are replaceable, पुराने हो जाते हैं, तो उसकी जो खपत है is how much? 10 lakh units per, and you think about only 50 paisa or 40 paisa as, and only 10%, 10 lakh का 1 lakh आएगा, and you are talking about lakhs of rupees as a royalty on that. Okay, so this is the way you make money, but your product has to become perfect. What is it? Product has to become perfect. Now, there are many other case studies we can take, but we again have got a time constraint. We can't go on. In fact, we are trying to create a workshop in which we'll be discussing a lot of case studies and show people how these things can work out and how they can get examples for that. But then we are talking about here as a sort of a, okay, I'm giving you here only these 3 examples. Which are the 3 examples? Bed, then automatic flash, थर्ड इज टी. सी आदमी वो पॉट पे बैठा है ना, उधर बैठे बैठे एक और उसको आइडिया आ सकता है कि वो जो ब्रश जो है, जो वी आर डेली ब्रशिंग इट, ओके, बट वी आर डेली ब्रशिंग इट, इट इज लाइंग 24 आवर्स ओपन, और वहाँ पर सो मच ऑफ डस्ट इज देयर, इवन मकड़ी का जाला होता है, ये सब होता है, एंड नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग वी कम एंड स्टार्ट ब्रशिंग. नाउ दिस कैन ओनली थिंक इफ यू आर हैविंग अ कीन observation, okay, and then you will start thinking, what should I do to cover that? And then you can come with a plastic cap for that, isn't it? And then the idea will come, plastic cap will get lost. So how do I attach plastic cap with the brush itself? You understand? So this is the way you create ideas. And brushes, can you imagine what is the market of brushes if you are able to perfect that portion? Okay, and that is the one which starts giving you money. That is the one which starts, and these are small things, these are ideas from wherever you created, from the time you have got up to the time you have gone to the bed. Now think of it from going to the bed, from the dining table you are coming to your college. How many ideas you can treat from there? Okay, people who have sat in taxi and found taxi horrible because people are not listening, those people are not giving, they have developed applications because of that harassment from the taxi people. Okay, so Uber and Ola have come out from there. You follow this? So when you go on making observations, you will start finding these situations. Okay, now let's talk about a very practical example, and that is because sir has been telling me that, okay, your own innovation is such iconic that why don't you share that thought with the students here? And look, my innovation was, I have been basically a science student. I'm not an engineer, okay? I have been doing my physics and mathematics with honors. And being over there, okay, I have no idea of any engineering. Let me tell you, let me share it with you, that no idea of engineering drawings, nothing, okay. But I was in my junior college, in my junior BSc, doing my mathematics. But in that, I had a neighbor who was very friendly to us, and they allowed us to make phone calls. Now this is, I'm talking about 1964, 65, 60, that period. When telephones, that was your telephone आपने देखा था ना वो 65, 66 वाला, you know, causing that difficulty in dialing. Okay, that telephones were at that time. Okay, and whenever I went to dial, make a phone call to her in her house, okay, she would come and sit next to me. Okay, and she would start observing. So I was basically wondering if she's observing the phone or she's observing me. I was not able to follow. Then second time again I went, again she did the same thing. Third time again I went, again she did the same thing. And then one day I asked her, Madam, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा, आप मेरे को भी देखते रहते हो, phone को भी देखते रहते हो, तो something is wrong with me, please tell me. So then, you know, she gave some examples, some idhar udhar ke kuch na kuch. But then she finally said that, look, यहाँ पर जो problem आ रही है कि हम तो एक लोगों को help करते हैं कि okay, they can make a phone over here, okay, लेकिन लोग आके यहाँ से STD करके जाते हैं. क्या करके जाते हैं? STD call, और कोई तो international call भी कर जाते हैं. तो उसका bill हमारे पास आता है और हम सोचते हैं कि ये लोग local call कर रहे हैं. Okay. Now I didn't have a phone in my house. I didn't, matlab my parents didn't have. We were students, juniors at that time. We didn't have a phone in our house, and we didn't know what is all this about. ये अपना STD call क्या? So just see over. You know, you must all observe what I'm trying to tell you. That not having a phone at home, okay. But my keen observation is that I saw that this lady is getting concerned by making the phone call. This is my observation, right? And then I am identifying the problem. What is identifying the problem? That uska nuksan ho raha hai because people are cheating her, okay, by making a direct phone call. Now that was my observation. Now from there, what did I do? I went to MTNL, okay. I went over there, talked to the people, I discussed STD kaise hota hai. No idea of what STD is. STD kaise hota hai, ISD kaise hota hai. And then I studied what is a common feature in all this, and I discovered that 0 and 9 coming in the first digit is making an STD call, but if 0 and 9 coming in between, it is okay, right? So what is it? What is it? 0 and 9 coming in the first digit, STD is made, but if it comes in between the number, then it is a normal number, right? Now that gave us the thought that, okay, why I can't create a system, mechanical system, in which if the plunge, you see, dialing goes like this, if it comes to 0 or 9, it should detach, and if it comes in between, then it should work all right, okay. So what did I do? I went to Chor Bazaar and took that dial. What did I do? Went to that dial, and then went to a mechanical shop and said that, look, इसके अंदर जो gap है, इसके अंदर मेरे को ये develop करना है. तो उसने बोला, एक mechanical shop ने reject कर दिया, हमारे पास time नहीं है, ये नहीं. So we got one mechanical shop which allowed us. Then I went to another electrical company in which they were making contacts and all that. So we did all that. एक से contact बनाया, एक से mechanical system बनाया, and then we tested that and it was working perfectly all right. We presented it at the exhibition and it won the first prize. Okay, that was the first start. Not only that, that whole system was taken to the PNT, Post and Telegraph Office in New Delhi. They tested it and they also found it perfect, and then we got the Rashtrapati Award for that. Okay. Now, what is the moral of the story? Please understand, what is the moral of the story? That you need not be an engineer to be an innovator. Okay? You need not be an engineer to be a more innovator. You can be just a person with the certain thoughts that, look, I have to do this, and you start doing it, right? So like this. So we had another innovation which we made about the fire, about the, the next year actually, again, my professor started telling me that, Abhi, ek baar you have made one-off. Is it going to be just one-off or is it going to be your way of working? And my even other fellow students also told me that, Are nahi yaar, aur bhi kuch karo, let us do it again this time. So we came down to another one, and that was an automatic gas control device. But I will not go into much into detail because that again will take a lot of time. So we'll go from here. Now let's talk about something which I would like you to basically start right from tomorrow. Right from, not tomorrow, right from today. Okay. Or right from after this program. I call it a nano innovation. What is it? I've made it 3 levels: nano, micro, and mini innovations. Okay, these 3 levels I've made. What is nano? Something you are doing today, okay? You are not trying to repeat what has gone wrong yesterday, okay? What is it? Just tell me. Today better than yesterday. What is it? Today better than yesterday, or whatever you have handled. I'm not saying you as a human is better than yesterday. I'm not saying that. What is it? Whatever things you have handled in the day. Now that is creating a mindset. What is it? Creating a mindset for innovations. Okay. So doing anything which you have handled yesterday, if you can think you can do it today better than that, that is the first start. What is it? That is and you think of the various situations that you have seen yesterday, or you are seeing it today, and tomorrow morning you sit in a silent place. Where will you do? Sit in a where? Restroom. Where? Sit in a silent place and allow your mind. See, your mind is a very big powerhouse. What is it? Mind itself is a huge powerhouse. And you tell the mind, give instructions to the mind that you want to have a solution for this problem. You want to have a solution for this problem, and close your eyes. This is called meditative ideation. What is it called? Meditative. Any problem which you have, see, if you want to have dating with your girlfriend, are you not asking the same thing to your mind? They are giving you all alag aapko example denge, do this, do that, isse mil, usse mil. Same thing, mind will give you ideas about innovation, right? So this is the first level of innovation you are talking about. What is that? What is the first level of innovation? Today better than yesterday. Today better than, and tomorrow better than today. What is it? Now let's talk about micro. Let's talk about the next level is the micro. Any gadget that comes to your hand, okay, anything, okay. It can be even like a punching machine, a stapler, even a file that you are opening. You see what you can do better in that. What can you do better in that? Now whatever is made out of it, okay, how you can do that thing better than that. Now that thinking, you are not creating anything. What are you doing? You are only thinking. This is the ideation part of it. You are trying to do from one level, from yesterday, today better than yesterday, and tomorrow better than today. You come to one level higher. What is it? Whatever product is in your hand, you are trying to make it better. Think about it, what you can make it better. If it is a stapler, okay, sometimes what happens while you are stapling your hand, your finger comes in between, right? So can you do something to take off that problem Is it right? So you have to just basically start thinking about that. That is your start of doing great innovations. That is the start of doing great innovation. So this is called, what is it called? Micro innovation. Whatever, it can be punching machine, it can be stapler, even it can be a sort of a, if you, I think, if you have got chemistry or anywhere, this example is of the test tube, okay. In a test tube, okay, can you make which a test tube is made of glass, okay. Normally it breaks, okay. So can you make a test tube of something which is other than glass? Can you make it of something which is of a plastic material? But then the question comes, if you put that on the fire, that will crack, that will burn off. Okay, so what can you do? Then you start thinking about it. As I said, the teamwork. What will you start thinking about it? Okay, some portion which does not need fire can be made of that, polycarbonate or something like that. And the other thing can be made for glass. Then the next innovation comes that the bottom can be made of glass and the top can be made of, again, the same thing. So, polycarbonate. So this is how the innovations start progressing. Okay. I'm very happy that your own institution is so much proactive with innovations. Okay. So what I've told you is for those people who are thinking about what to do. Okay. And for them, I'm saying that once you go into the innovation area, the market that you are creating for yourself, the career that you are creating for yourself is amazing. Okay, that career cannot go in the formal area. You have to go into the accelerated area, and that comes through these innovations, which can be small, big, whatever it is. It is a way of thinking. It has to be thought the way we are talking about. Okay, now another thing. Now, for example, you are all engineering students. You are going to join some job, isn't it? After you finish up this thing, you are going to join, especially the third year and the final year people. Okay. Whatever product you get in hand, you start thinking about what changes you can bring into that. Whatever products, okay, it can be a process, okay, it is a way your production items are lined up. Can you make some changes? Now that Mr. Shah, Mr. Naik, okay, which you say accelerated growth, Larsen and Toubro, okay, he joined as a junior engineer and became immediately as a manager. Okay. Now, what is that transition? It is these innovations which make it. Improve the process, improve this thing, improve the product line, add this thing more, add. Once you come into that, because that needs a mindset, So once you go into your field, into your profession, what are you going to think about? You are going to think about how you can bring changes into it. And that is creating innovations in action. What is it? That is creating, and if those success sees and the people at the top see that here is a person who's instrumental in improving that, then your market increases and then you go into the accelerated growth. Then where do you go into the accelerated growth? Friends, I want to say this much, that we are all here to see that how our youngsters can grow up and go into that accelerated field. It is like a darya. Okay, I'll talk about that darya part of it a little later. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I'll ask our Pune madam to come here. I will take about a 5-minute break. She will come here, she'll tell you about CR2, and then I come back where you are going to put your question answers, and then I will have my closing done on that. Okay, Poonam, please come.
Good afternoon, students. Hope you enjoyed the session, and it's always, enjoyable with sir. We have been working, so the path he show each and everyone, not only to the students, but in office, the colleagues which are working with him, he give excellent path, so that all of us working on that, and he makes sure that each one of us reach to a certain level. वो बोलते ना सर पीछा नहीं छोड़ते हैं, मतलब he will नहीं आप में वो है, you have to do it. मुझे दिख रहा है, आपको नहीं पता है, but I know that you can do it. So it's a great opportunity for you all, so that you can take the benefit of CI2. As Kancha ma'am said, the prize money has been increased to 6 lakh this year, and we have 3 different segments, out of which the engineering segment, prize money is around 2 lakh, and I'm sure that more and more participation will get from this college, and you can use that prize money for your innovation and take it to a very great extent. So all the best, and see you all in CR2. And hopefully, last year it was 45 projects. So how many we are going to get this time? Huh? 60? Okay. So no issues. So I'm in the shortlisting committee, and the projects are going to come to us and make it difficult for us to choose, the best out of them. And I'm sure that one of you will be the winner in CI2. So thank you and all the very best. As sir said, we have a prasad for everyone end of the session. So that is the participation certificate. You can see the screen here. You can go to cis.co.in and download the form number 6. Click the button and put the seminar code 2022. So you'll get your participation certificate by entering your name and other details which I've asked in the form. And this will be active till 5 p.m. on 11th October. So you have to download the certificate before this time. This is the certificate, you're going to get it with your name. Thank you. So I'll open this for the Q&A session.
Okay, so anybody with the question and answers? With questions, we would try to respond to it. Okay, friends, I'm seeing nobody putting any questions.
Hello.
Okay, anybody?
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, as a student, we came across with many ideas and innovations, and we need to work in a team for that, like the team with different abilities, different expertise. So how could we really make those different minds and expertise work together?
Well, एक बार आप उसमें कूद जाओगे ना, okay, वो जैसे कहते हैं ना कि तालाब में, if you by reading a book on swimming, you don't start swimming. You have to really get into it. So once you start getting into it, you have to ask one person, sometimes go on the Google, study various books related to that subject, okay, and come out, and then you go to one person, okay, he will give you some solution. It may be right, it may not be right. Go to another person. Ultimately, you will reach a right person, okay. And this is how you start building up. And some examples, some solutions, you will get it from within your team itself. So your team and what you can get it outside. Now see, as I said that, I have not been an engineer myself, and yet we did a very good engineering product, okay. So this solution, you will start getting it once you are into the field, and you start asking. Okay, you should never be shy of asking कि भाई इसको पूछेंगे तो ये मेरे को क्या बोलेगा. Okay, so start asking for it, and then you go into various referrals. Okay, you can go into Google. Google will throw a lot of solutions to you. So all those things you have to do it. Ultimately you will get it. एक बार उसके पीछे, see, as I said, innovation करने के लिए it is not easy. वो बहुत जूते चप्पल घिसाने पड़ते हैं. It took almost about 8 months. I have said it in 2 minutes here. But it has taken 8 months for me to work on that, okay. And then we perfected, we tested it, we again perfected it, we again tested. क्योंकि बनने के बाद में भी ये problem आया, वो problem आया, वो सब होता रहता है, okay. लेकिन don't get, कि भाई अरे बाबे ये तो होता ही नहीं है मेरे से. Don't raise your hands and quit the place, okay. Quitters will never win, okay. So always, follow your passion and see that you are able to complete that innovation. वो एक दरिया की तरह है. इस तरफ आपका फॉर्मल करियर पाथ है और उसको आपने क्रॉस किया, स्विम करेंगे ना, तो कभी कभी आप आधे में जाके ये सोचेंगे कि अरे यार इट्स टू डीप, लेट मी गो बैक, अदरवाइज आई विल गेट ड्राउंड. कहीं पर थोड़ा और आगे जाके सोचेंगे कि आई विल गेट ड्राउंड, थोड़ा और आगे जाके. लेकिन अगर आपने क्रॉस किया तो दरिया के उस पर क्या है, एक्सेलरेटेड करियर ग्रोथ, और इस साइड में क्या है, फॉर्मल। तो वो अगर आपने नहीं किया तो आपका फॉर्मल करियर ग्रोथ तो चालू ही रहेगा, that will continue. If you go on the other side, okay, and I want to give you one clip, okay, which I want to share with you, कि don't get, you know, nervous and come out of it, or don't feel dejected and come out of it, okay, go with it, okay, और वो ultimately उसका आपको, see it is not easy, अगर इतना आसान होता तो हर एक आदमी innovator बन जाता था. It is not easy, but yes, you have to go into it and struggle it, and at the end of it, you will find the place. So ये जो career path है, it will tell you, एक minute, just play with this. This is a 1.5 minute, video which I am showing to you, which will always inspire you, to see that, okay, you don't, वहाँ पर रुकना नहीं, आप उसको आगे करते रहो, and then you will find आपको आपकी मंजिल मिल जाएगी.
रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के. रुक जाना नहीं तू कहीं हार के, कांटों पे चल के मिलेंगे साए बहार के. ओ राही 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 ओ राही.
So रुक जाना नहीं, okay, what is the solution? रुक जाना नहीं, you go on finding out, you will find a solution. वो जैसे ही चलते जाओगे आगे आपको solution उसका मिलते जाएगा, okay, वो मकड़ी के जाल की तरह, you will keep on webbing it and ultimately you will find the whole thing. Okay, now let me tell you that if you have to do this, okay, you have to be mad. What have you to be? Mad means making a difference. What is it? Mad is, and you have to be mad to be mad. What is it? You have to be, पागल बनना पड़ता है इसके पीछे कि रात दिन सुबह शाम वही सोच रहे हैं कि भाई how do I do it? How do I progress it and how I complete my innovation? So this is what it is. और वो जो कहते हैं ना famous song, famous this thing, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती और ना कोशिश करने वालों की कभी जीत नहीं होती. तो it is not that if you just put your hands off, वहाँ से बीच से वापस आ गए, दरिया के उधर पहुँचे नहीं, वहाँ से वापस आ गए, तो you are back in the formal career both. And if you go on the other side, you are talking about the accelerated career growth. Okay. Now friends, Diwali is coming very close. Okay. Diwali is coming very close. मैं आपको एक चीज, एक प्रोजेक्ट देता हूँ. Okay. Generate idea, at least one idea. अगर दीपक अगर आपको जलाना है तो जलाने के साथ आप एक आइडिया सोचिए और उसके साथ में वो एक दीप जलाइए दिवाली का. Okay. So how many, so would you do that? Because that is the start that you can make with the ideas. Great ideas come from like this, जो मैंने कहा था, meditative ideation. What did I say? But for that you need to have keen observation and then go in for meditative ideation. Go with your team and think of one idea for Diwali. How much? One idea for Diwali. And next Diwali you will be celebrating it. Next Diwali, एक साल लगेगा उसको idea को fructify करने के लिए. And next Diwali you will be celebrating it. I think a big round of applause you need for all this. Okay. You make a commitment to yourself. This round of applause is making a commitment to yourself that this Diwali I will come out with one great idea. Okay. Which, और उसके साथ मैं अपना दीप जलाऊंगा. Okay. तो friends, ये मैं आपको इतना कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर बड़ा बनना है, अगर आपको बड़ा बनना है तो गमले से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा. कहाँ से? वो फ्लावर पॉट होती है ना, फ्लावर पॉट से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा. ओके, फ्लावर पॉट में रह जाओगे तो आप क्या बन जाओगे? बॉन्जाई. क्या बन जाओगे? वो डेकोरेटिव फ्लावर अरेंजमेंट आपका बन जाएगा. ओके ओके, लेकिन अगर आपको बरगद का पेड़ बनना, इफ यू वांट टू बिकम अ बनियन ट्री, then you have to come out of it. Okay, and unless you come out of it, and unless you have these ideas will take you from which growth? From formal growth to accelerated growth. If you want to be in that formal growth, then that bonsai ban ke aap रह जाओगे. Good family man, good this thing, good brother, good sister, वही बन के रह जाओगे. Okay, but if you want to grow something very high, very this thing, then this accelerated career growth, okay, Mr. Naik ka A minus या A plus, that is up to you. Okay, and that is your career growth. So finally I will close this communication, I will close this talk by one shairi. Are you all for it? Okay, अपने परों को खोल. Okay, एक शायर ने कहा है, okay, he is imagining that innovator will be like a पंछी. Okay, वो बोलता है अपने परों को खोल, आसमान में उड़, जमाना तेरी उड़ान देखना चाहता है. जमाना तेरी जमीन पे बैठ के तुझे आसमान में देखना चाहता है. जमीन पे बैठ के अगर मिला है हुनर तुझे, इफ यू हैव गॉट दैट टैलेंट टू बी ए इनोवेटर, अगर मिला है हुनर तुझे तो आविष्कार कर जी भर के. तो आविष्कार कर. ओके, तेरा समाज, तेरा परिवार, तेरा समाज, तेरा इंस्टीट्यूशन, तेरा देश भी तेरे तुझसे उम्मीद लगाए बैठा है. तेरा देश भी तुझसे, सारा हिंदुस्तान तुझसे उम्मीद लगाए बैठा है. सारा. A big round of applause to all of you. You have been here with me for almost 1.5 hours. Okay, and God bless you. All the best to you for your innovative career. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your guidance. We are blessed to have such a distinguished person to guide us. Thank you once again.
Now moving forwards, I request Dr. Nadir Charniya, sir, Vice President, VESIT-IIC, to come up on the podium and give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. I take this opportunity of proposing vote of thanks on behalf of VES Institute of Technology. I am heartily thankful to the experts of today's session, Dr. A.P. Jayaraman and Shri Baldevkrishan Sharma ji, for their exemplary insight to the concept of innovation, and most importantly, the walkthrough through the accelerated career path and the CII initiatives they have put up with us. Baldev Sarji, I should say that you are the great innovation motivator, rather. Thank to Ms. Akanksha Madam and CII team and the members. I am grateful to our principal, Dr. J.M. Nair, and Vice Principal, President and President of IIC, Dr. Vijayalakshmi Madam, for their encouragement, support and guidance for the program. And I should not forget to thank Mr. Krishna Kumar for his continual follow-up and looking for effectively into the logistics of the program. My sincere thanks to head of department, deans, deputy heads and faculty members for gracing this function. Especially to the students for attending the program in the big number. Special thanks to Mr. Amit Singh, Abhishek Chaudhary, the ECL Incharges, members of the ECL team, ECL, for organizing the program very well, all the team members of ECL, IQAC, team of IIC, and making the efforts to make the program very success. Thanks are due to all the members who helped behind the curtain, directly and indirectly. Thank you very much.
With this, we conclude our program. All the interested students are requested to stay back for giving their valuable feedback. And everybody, please rise up for the national anthem to conclude the program.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे